Peace and love. Namaste, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Nela Maat, and I feel truly blessed and super excited to be here. Please open your heart and your mind to receive this energetic clearing, okay? That was so beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, welcome. And if you are someone who listens often to my videos, to the messages, thank you so much for your support. I am truly grateful to be here. So it's been a while. I've been taking some time out because I felt guided to, all right? Of course, before I start, I would like to set intentions and to call upon protection, right? And guidance. So be here with me. I call upon the divine. I call upon love. I call upon truth. I call upon the divine spirit teams of divine protection, of mercy, of benevolence. I call upon Archangel Michael, Metatron. I call upon Saint Germain, the Vial of Flame. And I would like to set intentions that all of us allow ourselves to be seen and to feel seen, validated, and loved. And may my energy, my words serve as an instrument of divine guidance, confirmation, comfort. May all of us be grounded with the Divine Mother, with Mother Gaia, in love, in truth, protected from every direction. And so it is. Thank you so much for being here. And it's 11:01. 11:01. Endings are really new beginnings. I want to talk to you guys about the moon cycle. Then after that, I'll be using what I feel guided to. Could be oracle, it could be tarot, spirit animals. Let's see what happens, okay? So number one, today is May 9, 2022. And the moon cycle, the moon phase is first quarter moon, all right? So this is the very masculine energy, is yang energy, is fire, is energy in action, symbolize many things. And remember that all of us are different, right? But in reality, this energy, because it's yang, is energy in action, it's very fiery. It's it is calling us to continue moving forward, to be determined. Also, it's a great time for reevaluations and And it's a call for us to consider already what's next for us, right? What is next to my journey? What is the next step? So, number one, if you are feeling stuck, if you don't know the next direction, right? If you have been doing the same things for a long time and you find yourself with like the same energy, right? Like things are stagnant. When it comes to your vision, then there's a need for us to stop. Stop, meditation, and re-evaluate, right? Is it my goals, are my dreams in alignment with the highest good? Or is it the actions that I am taking that I have been taking coming from my subconscious mind, from certain parts of me that are wounded and even superficial and ego driven, right? So this could means for some of us, that it might be a time to pause and also take a stock on how far you have come. And maybe you just want to make sure, like double check, right? Reevaluate, like check on yourself with great self-honesty. And it's time to use your third eye, to process and see things for what they are through your crown chakra and your third eye. All right. And regardless of how you might be feeling, which I feel like a lot of us might get frustrated, or we also deal with a lot of fear and self-doubt, right? Because change is always uncomfortable. So there is a lot of situations that are keep coming our way that are gonna make us feel unsettled and vulnerable, right? Vulnerability. So just remember that regardless of what's happening outside yourself, it is important to find centers. And by you doing the things that make you feel grounded, then you can connect with your spiritual spine, with your strength, right? This moon cycle also represents strength. All right, cool. I hope that all of that makes sense. So everyone, as you know, is in different journeys, and we all are unique. So just take what resonates, really allow the information to sink in. Don't go into judging it right away. And before making any decisions, like really check on yourself. Am I dismissing the messages that are being delivered to me because I just don't like what I'm hearing, right? Because I want what I want, and I want things how I want it, and I'm gonna keep doing things just because I am fixated. And in reality, what's behind all of that? You need to ask yourself what's behind that resistance, right? And if you are open and vulnerable and this information is touching parts of you, then great, because that means that you are being open. Now that doesn't mean that we're gonna like what we hear, but something is and it's crazy because I'm just seeing this like crack. So there's this crack on this wall, and for this wall to be completely stable, right now I'm hearing that like this wall is under construction, and there's this crack, and this crack needs to be seen, and it needs to be acknowledged and value, and really find what is it, like what is underneath that crack, right? Then we can find the tools, the solution, and we can finalize this wall that is in construction. You know what I mean? okay, for this world to be grounded and stable, right? So also starting things and finishing things without bypassing. Like, and I feel like a lot in life, sometimes we just don't wanna, we like to take things, you know, I'm gonna dismiss that and I'm just gonna color it or do something like an easy fix, right? Because in reality, for you to find out the solution and to fix this crack and to go and do the work well done, then it's going to require you to stop, right? And you might have to, you might have to maybe move slowly or make certain changes for you to be able to fix it. I hope that this is making sense and this is how I'm seeing it, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, all right. So no easy fixes. Don't dismiss this crack that is there. And just because you're taking a look at this crack doesn't mean that everything else, you know, doesn't hold value, the rest of this wall. It's just about that crack. And we need to look at it and find the root and maybe sometimes just stop and sit with it to find a solution, right? That is not an easy fix. All right, moving forward. Ooh, all right, awesome. What else I want to mention? I keep looking at black tourmaline, guys. So it's just black tourmaline. Remember that you have the power over the 7 scorpions, which is you have the power to conjure negative energy. If you are someone who finds yourself like judging too hard all the time, call upon the bile of flame and ask the bile of flame to purify your thoughts and your patterns. Also, I'm hearing if you might be around, like your environment might be toxic, right? Just remember to shield yourself, to take care of your energy. Whenever you start to feel uneasy, like take a look at what's happening around you, who are the people around you, and yeah, black tourmaline will help you. I'm hearing the power of your words. You know, you have the power to banish negative energy with your divine feminine power. And it's 11:11 right now. Ooh, all right, crazy, crazy, beautiful. I'm just hearing crazy, 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 beautiful. Cool. And just, you know, it's just change is here. Change is inevitable. We have to close cycles. Mercury is going retrograde tomorrow. Now you must find where is Mercury in your chart, in your birth chart, and depends on where it is placed, then that's the house, you know, the astrological house that you're going to be affected. But in reality, when we think about Mercury, in general, it's about communication, communicating, and I feel, and what I'm hearing is that we really, we just don't practice compassionate communication. We are very, I'm telling you, communication. And we have miracle, by the way, with number 33. We do not practice compassionate communication. We have been conditioned, programmed, and we really haven't been educated or nurtured when it comes to communicating. And we have a way or many ways of communicating that are always coming from places in our subconscious mind that are angry, that blames others, right? Victimized, feeling victimized, feeling like you have to protect and defend. So it creates a lot of the same energy, right? Conflicts. Just a way of communicating that doesn't solve any problems. It just creates more problems. And it just comes from the ego, right? The reptilian brain that feels it needs to defend and protect. And it feels it needs to be loud, and it needs to punish the other person or people. So and wants revenge and wants to be heard, but it doesn't come from a place of self-empowerment. It comes from a place of us feeling very small and thinking that we have to get really loud and be very on people's face, on the person's face, for us to be able to deliver messages. Now that is coming from the subconscious mind, where what I'm hearing and seeing is a child that was dismissed and felt small and not cared for and not heard, right? So when this child grow up, then it feels it needs to be always like the way of communication needs to be angry and fighting and forcing also, right? Forcing. I have to force, and I have to be loud, and I have to resist also. And something else when it comes to communication is like we don't listen. We don't listen. We are having a conversation with someone and we're already planning, what am I gonna say, right? Our ego is preparing us to go to battle right away. I have to defend. So, you know, when you feel that you have to defend, it is your ego, your wounded part of you that feels very small, right? That feels attacked. So I have to protect. So I really want you guys to pay attention to what is your way of communicating. What is your way of communicating? The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms and remind us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart center, where our true lives. So the energy exchange, the conversation can be coming with a flow of giving and receiving, right? Of communicating. So there's an art to communication. Yeah. Then we have 33 with miracles, and this is about believing in magic, believing that there's other ways to communicate that can make possible people getting together and working together, right? Also, miracle supports our beliefs in ourselves, that we are not separated from source. So then we can activate the frequencies of compassion, of kindness, of feeling empowered, of being open and receptive and humble, right? For us to receive the information without having to react and feel how I already explained, you know? Cool. And it's all about, how do you perceive yourself? How do you perceive yourself? How do you perceive the world? What your reality looks like, you know? If you are finding yourself feeling victimized and feeling attacked, that's how you're going to experience everything. Doesn't matter if a person comes and like speak really slow and hey, my love, and use kind words also, right? How are you receiving what is being communicated to you? Do you get triggered right away, responsive? I don't want to hear it. Do you start to freaking, make the other person really small by judging this person because you just don't want to hear it, right? Now we have fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before, and activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. So, the message here is that right now, because we have been doing so much inner work, we are becoming more fertile with new ways of expressing ourselves, right? There are ways to communicate that they don't have to come from places that are wounded anymore. That there are joyful, respectful, compassionate, kind, and also this card to me and fertility, it just speaks about expanding our consciousness, right? And it just empower us to remember that we are part of source and we're not separated. And that way we can find many ways of expressing ourselves. So it's related to self-expression in communication, right? 22 minutes already. My goodness. Take one more, and we have prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So again, communication is being mentioned, right? And there's a very specific message here about finding joy. Finding joy and understanding that living with an open heart is true abundance, and being prosperous is someone who can find beauty on everything. True prosperity is to remember that we are connected to source, right? And also doing everything that we do, even the day-to-day things, from a place of gratitude, of joy. And communication is huge, right? So communicating from a place that is abundant, meaning from a place that creates space for what others have to share and say, and take the positive, right? And take the positive, because sometimes we don't want to hear what others have to say, and in reality, maybe even though might make you feel a little triggered, they are giving you they're teaching you something that then you're gonna be able to use it, right? They might be trying to give you an advice, you might not like it, but in reality, then you're gonna find using it in another moment in your life. So it became wisdom, right? It becomes wisdom. So for me, like my idea of prosperity and abundance has expanded and is very different, and that's why I'm explaining it and I'm channeling this way, because it's prosperity is just richness, it's an open heart, it's just even in those uncomfortable moments and through uncomfortable situations, it's like it's just gaining something that is just making me more prosperous, more abundant, that my consciousness is expanding. Like that's true richness. When your consciousness expands, there's no limits, there's only so much, you know, in infinite possibilities, infinite gaining of experience, of love, of creativity, of ways of expressing ourselves. And it's all coming back to our heart center, and that it's just love. So love is the answer. Love is the answer. And prosperity is an energy, right? Everything is energy. Prosperity is an energy. So everything that help you get out of your comfort zone, even though sometimes comes from places and people we just don't like, right? Our ego really. But that is all this that is happening, that is very, very maybe uncomfortable, is pushing you forward for you to claim more abundance and become very prosperous. So it's this energy, right, that puts you forward. And through these places that are uncomfortable, you feel very vulnerable, then you just expand, and a new reality open up for you, and you find new ways of living, of expressing, of experiencing life in general. But I'm gonna leave it here. It's 27 minutes already. Thank you guys so much. Please like, share, and comment. You know what I mean? Peace and love. Namaste and blessings. Till next time. Bye guys.